So what is going on? We are back for another Madden 23 Colts franchise video, and today we are starting the official regular season, week 1, playing the Houston Texans. This is episode 3, and I'm so excited for this season. We got Matt Ryan, we got our starters in place, we got our depth chart figured out, and yeah, man, I'm really pumped up for this. I'm excited for this franchise, and we got Matt Ryan, of course, starting at QB. Can he bring this Indianapolis Colts team to a chip? Could he get a ring? Could they get another Lombardi in the trophy? Haven't been to the big game. Haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2010, 11, and the Colts are looking to make it back, and they're hoping that Matt Ryan is that guy. Colts defense is going to try it out there, and Davis Mills is trying out there for the Houston Texans. Very underrated quarterback in the NFL. Very talented. He has arm talent. He just needs more experience, and he is going to get that. And he got that last year. So be on the lookout for Davis Mills to have a huge year. And you see that right. 1 rush for 4 yards from Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack did go to the Houston Texans. A little bit of bad blood. He wants to get right back at the Colts pretty quick, and looks like that is what's going to happen. But let's see. Second down, and the Julian Blackman forces a fumble. Isaiah Rodgers comes in and swoops it up. What a start by this Indianapolis Colts defense. Wow. Now let's see if this Colts offense can show a lot more than they did in the preseason. In preseason, this Colts offense was not very strong. The starting offense did not look very strong at all. Maybe that changes. Maybe that changes here today in the regular season. And it doesn't change on the first play of the regular season. Jonathan Taylor is taken down for a loss of 2 yards. It is second down. It is 2nd and 12. The Colts are at the 33-yard line. Matt Ryan is going to snap the ball. Jonathan Taylor's coming out of the backfield. Matt Ryan throws a JT. JT is going up the sideline. Shrugs a guy off, and then eventually gets taken down at the 12-yard line. Matt Ryan, 1 of 1 for 21 yards. Not too shaggy. Not too shabby. Not too bad. So, looks like the Texans are going to want to blitz here. They want to apply some pressure. Matt Ryan hands the ball off to JT. JT cannot break any tackles. And Jonathan Taylor, 2 rushes, -2 yards. Not a great start for the running back who had an all-time season last year. Matt Ryan throws a JT out of the backfield. And it is 3rd down and 5. See if the Colts can capitalize on that turnover and hopefully get a touchdown. Need to get a touchdown off the turnover. You get good field position, you need a touchdown. And no, Matt Ryan throws it way too early. And what are the Colts going to do here? Colts going to go for it. Should they kick the field goal? This is Frank Reich. Frank Reich goes for this. We're going for it. Pittman. Oh, my goodness. What a terrible ball by Matt Ryan. Just throws it into the dirt. Must have slipped out of his hand or something. Pittman was open in the end zone. There was a little hole there, and the Colts just cannot capitalize on a big turnover. That is not very good. Not a good sign for this Indianapolis Colts offense and Matt Ryan that these fan base is really excited about. And that time, Julian Blackman just gets absolutely manhandled on that one. That was not good by Julian Blackman. Just standing there, tight end in front of him, standing there, and Kyle Rudolph takes the ball right away from him and has no problem doing so. Didn't break a sweat. There's only so much a defense could do for you in today's NFL, and oh my goodness, another fumble. This Colts defense came to play. 2 forced fumbles already. Wow. First quarter. Holy smokes. This Colts defense came out hitting hard. Matt Ryan hands off to Nyheim Hines, and there's no room for Nyheim Hines. He is brought down for a gain of -1 yard. Run game is... The Indianapolis Colts cannot get that run game going, which is going to be vital to their success this year. Matt Ryan down the sideline, throws it down the sideline to Michael Pittman Jr. for the first Indianapolis Colts touchdown of the 2022 NFL season. Wow, what a way to bounce back. What a way to bounce back in a drive. You go for it on fourth down and just don't complete the fourth, and you come away with 0 points. You come to the next drive, in the second play, you score a big-time touchdown. Wow. What a play by this Indianapolis Colts team. What a play. Offense and defense doing their part so far. Defense is out of their mind with 2 turnovers in this Houston Texans team already. Nick Ngakoue on the edge, and the Houston Texans are running pretty well. Marlon Mack, 3 rushes for 19 yards, and the Colts have a total of -3 rushing yards. Not what you would expect when you see the Colts and the Texans face off. Like Kenny Moore's going to come off on his famous, oh my gosh, another fumble. Oh my goodness, okay. The fumbles need to be turned down. The carrying needs to be turned up for the CPU or something. This is like insane. But maybe it's just incredible luck or something. I don't know, but that's wild. Don't know what just happened there, but whatever. 3rd and 16 for the Houston Texans. They're throwing 32-yard line. Davis Mills takes the snap. And Isaiah Rodgers comes back and he intercepts Davis Mills. This Indianapolis Colts defense, 3 drives, 3 turnovers. What is going on? It's looking like this Houston Texans offense cannot take care of the ball, and that is going to be a big issue as you go down further in the season. Wow. Holy smokes. This Colts defense has came to play. 3 turnovers, 3 drives. Jonathan Taylor getting a little something going. At least he got some yards on that go around. 3 rushes for 2 yards for Jonathan Taylor, league's leading rusher in 2021. Matt Ryan, play action, throws to JT out the backfield. JT catches the ball, and that makes it 3rd and 1. Colts are knocking on the door in red zone territory at the 26-yard line. Not quite there yet. Matt Ryan hands it off to JT, and JT gets stopped. 4th and inches. And the Indianapolis Colts are going to trot out Rodrigo Blankenship and make this a 2-possession game. Or not. Oh my goodness. That wasn't even close. I don't know why I stopped it so early. God, I don't know. You got too excited. So, Colts get 3 turnovers. Defense gets 3 turnovers. And 7 points. That is not good. This Indianapolis Colts offense is still not where they need to be. They're not even close where they need to be, especially against the Houston Texans defense. They should be able to score a little easier, but Texans are a little better than you may think. They must be. They must be a little better than we think. Because Marlon Mack is running up a storm. 6 rushes for 26 yards. He's having no issue moving the ball on the ground. Maybe the Houston Texans should just stick with Marlon Mack on the ground. Tariq Cohen, 1 rush for 2 yards. That is the end of the first quarter of the 2022 NFL season for the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The score is 7-0. Indianapolis Colts are on top. Little weird not seeing T.Y. Hilton out here on game day in NRG Stadium. Tariq Cohen bouncing off some defenders, and it is now 3rd and 6. Davis Mills. Motions. Marlon Mack out wide. And the Texans get the first down. The Texans are driving. Marlon Mack, once again, a big run for the Houston Texans. That is a 10-yard run, nearly a 10-yard run. Marlon Mack is, and this Houston Texans offensive line is taking charge of this Colts defensive line that everyone was so excited for. You know, you have Buckner, you have a lot of new additions. They're just not. Okay, he throws it up, and Isaiah Rodgers has his 2nd interception. Wow, Isaiah Rodgers has his 2nd interception of the season, and it's still only game 1. Isaiah Rodgers came to play. Matt Ryan throws it to Ashton Doolin for a nice gain of 16 yards. Matt Ryan, 6 of 8 for 93 yards and 1 touchdown. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for the vet coming from from Atlanta. JT just can't get going on the ground. This Colts team can't get this ground game going. It might be a long season for them. We're not sure if Matt Ryan and these wide receivers can keep up with some of the best offenses in the NFL. And there we go. Just like that, JT gets a nice little gain of 5 yards, brings it to 3rd and 5. Matt Ryan throws it to Alie Cox in a very tight window. Barely gets it in there to Big Alie Cox. Almost throws an interception, but nonetheless, it's a first down. Sometimes you got to take a gamble. That was definitely a gamble. Matt Ryan hands it off to JT, and JT is stuffed once again. All right, Matt Ryan under center. John Taylor is getting the ball again. John Taylor cuts back, and John Taylor only gets a gain of 2. 8 rushes for 10 yards for the leading rusher of 2022. Not so much of a hot start for one of the most talented running backs in the NFL. Matt Ryan gets sacked. It is 4th and 20, and the Indianapolis Colts stall out around midfield. And they are going to punt the ball away to the Houston Texans with 3 minutes, with almost 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Rigoberto Sanchez punts it, and Ronnie Thomas downs it at the... No, it is a touchback. Very close to being down at the 1-yard line. A phenomenal punt. Just could not squeeze it in there at the 1. Gakwe coming off the edge, and he takes Davis Mills down, and that is 5 drives and 5 turnovers for this Indianapolis Colts defense. This Indianapolis Colts offense needs to come up with something quick. They need to score they need to have more than 7 points on the board. They're going to have, and the Houston Texans, their cornerback, I believe that is Derek Stingley, went to go swat the ball away, went straight up, and Alie Cox caught the ball for the touchdown. An Indianapolis Colts touchdown on the 6th drive or 5th. you can't keep count when you get so many turnovers. Goodness gracious. Seems like the Colts should be up way more for how many turnovers and how dominant this defense has been. This offense has been given phenomenal field position for a majority of the game. They just have not cashed in, and they finally cash in again there. The Houston Texans will have 3.5 minutes to try and get something going, to get something before the end of the half. Hopefully not give it back to this Indianapolis Colts offense. Marlon Mack has a lot of room to run. Rodney McLeod, he shakes off Rodney McLeod, and eventually Kenny Moore and Isaiah Rodgers get there to get the stop. Marlon Mack is having himself quite a day against his former team here in NRG Stadium, week 1. Kenny Moore comes off the edge, and there's another fumble. This fumbling is ridiculous. We have to turn that slider down. Goodness gracious, that I don't know, or up, they're carrying up or something because of fumbling. There's way too much fumbling going on. It is not a coincidence anymore. I turned it down. I turned their carrying down like a little bit. Hopefully they fumble a little more because it could be, because the computer like never fumbles. But now it's like way too much, so I need to like put it back where it was probably. But it is what it is, I guess. So, the Indianapolis Colts are at the 39-yard line. Matt Ryan throws it incomplete. Misses a wide-open Paris Campbell on the last play. And Jonathan Taylor finally getting a few more yards. 9 rushes for 15 yards. Still not ideal in what you're used to seeing from a player of the caliber of Jonathan Taylor. Just not a good day for him. Not a good starting day. And Matt Ryan throws it to Alie Cox. And Alie Cox catches the ball for a big gain down to the 16-yard line into the red zone. The Indianapolis Colts offense is catching some fire. Are they catching some fire before the half ends here? We're going to substitute Will Fries just in case we want to have Danny Pinner for the entire season. Even though I'm not a big Danny Pinner fan, I don't think Danny Pinner is the answer, but Danny Pinner is what we have right now. Matt Ryan throws it up to Michael Pittman, and Pittman goes over him and catches it for the big-time touchdown before the end of the half. What a grab by Michael Pittman Jr. And Matt Ryan has 3 touchdown passes in the first half. Wow. What a game by this Indianapolis Colts team to shake off that week 1 rust. This Indianapolis Colts team has not won a week 1 game since 2013 against at the time, the Oakland Raiders. Not the Las Vegas Raiders. That shows you how long it's been. Nonetheless, this Colts offense is looking sharp. They're looking sharp. Colts come off the edge on a blitz, and Houston Texans tight end makes the catch. Grover Stewart coming in, and that is a throw to the sideline, and I don't know if that was a catch or not. I don't remember if he had 5 completions or not before. Brevin Jordan, it says 3 receptions, so he must have had one. So that was Brevin Jordan with the nice little toe drag swag. Oh my goodness. Marlon Mack took the top off the Indianapolis Colts defense. That was a rough play for this Colts defense. It looks like the Houston Texans are going to find a way to cash in some points before this first half ends, and a disastrous first half at that. Brevin Jordan with another nice catch brings him down to the 21-yard line, which is going to make it 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3. Wait a second so we can see. 2nd and 4. Still not bad. Still on schedule. Davis Mills is going to take the snap. And wow. Isaiah Rodgers and Julian Blackmon get absolutely mossed. Brandon Cooks with the insane touchdown catch before the end of the half. Wow. This Colts defense was looking like an amazing defense to start the game. And there's no doubt that there's still a good defense, but very unfortunate sequence of plays there for that Colts defense, but very good drive for that Houston Texans offense. The Texans offense caught some fire. Davis Mills with the nice big throw to Marlon Mack on the sideline, and then eventually the throw to Brandon Cooks. Brevin Jordan had a few nice catches that drive as well, and Isaiah Rodgers takes the knee in the end zone. Matt Ryan is getting ready to come back out and hopefully leads his Colts team to some more points before the half ends. Matt Ryan and gun hands it off to JT. JT There we go. Now that's a Jonathan Taylor run. Nice little 11, 12-yard game from JT. Ashton Dulin motioning to the right. Snaps the ball. And just a little off mark. Ashton Dulin didn't see it coming. Made an attempt. Just couldn't get it. But good attempt by Ashton Dulin. Matt Ryan throws it up for Paris Campbell. And Paris Campbell makes an amazing catch right outside the red zone. This Indianapolis Colts offense really catching some fire here already. And it's only week 1. Damn, Matt Ryan couldn't fit that into Ashton Dulin, the preseason star. Couldn't fit it into him to get the touchdown for the end of the half. Matt Ryan hands it off to Jonathan Taylor. And Jonathan Taylor breaking some tackles and getting some nice yards there. Matt Ryan definitely having a much better, much better second quarter than first quarter. It's Colts offense in general. Rigoberto Sanchez is going to kick the ball off to the Houston Texans. Tariq Cohen is going to field the kick, and he is going to be taken down before the 20-yard line at the 18-yard line. Not a very good kick return by the I almost said Chicago Bears because I'm so used to Tariq Cohen beyond the Bears, but not a good kick return for this Houston Texans team. Okay, and the Texans just hand it off to Marlon Mack to get a few more yards, and looks like they're going to take that to the half. Okay, we are back. Had to give the dogs a treat so they would shut it. But, alright. Get back at it the second half. Pretty good first half by this Indianapolis Colts offense. Matt Ryan really killing it. Colts offense killing it. Colts defense killing it. Except for the end of the half there. The Colts defense looked really shaky in that 2-minute. For that 2-minute offense. Or the 2-minute defense. Did not look very good at all. Let's see if this Indianapolis Colts team can hold on to this lead. And go home with a victory in week 1. Matt Ryan in gun with Nyheim Hines next to him. Hands it off to Nyheim Hines. Nyheim Hines breaks a tackle, gets by a guy, but cannot get past the second guy and is taken down for only a gain of 2. Now it is Jonathan Taylor in the backfield next to Matt Ryan. Taylor breaks a tackle. He has some room. He breaks another tackle. And Jonathan Taylor with a nice little gain there. 12 rushes for 44 yards. That stat line is starting to look a little better for the league's leading rusher last year. Starting to look just a little bit better. Now Ryan hands it off to JT again. JT makes a cut and just cannot shake another tackle, but JT with a nice little gain of 5 there on the play. Matt Ryan under center. Play action to JT. Throws it to Alie Cox. Oh, no, that is Michael Pittman Jr. Good play calling there. Colts are running it well a few plays, and then Frank Reich calls a little play action, and the Colts get a nice gain. Jonathan Taylor making two guys miss, and Jonathan Taylor is over 50 yards rushing. Colts are at their opponent's 34-yard line. Counter play from Matt Ryan, JT, and JT runs for almost a first down. Jonathan Taylor really getting a bulk of the touches this drive so far. It's 3rd and 1. Matt Ryan hands it off to JT. JT runs through the hole and gets the first down for a gain of 4. Jonathan Taylor really getting a big workload this drive. Play action. Matt Ryan tosses it up to Paris Campbell, and that will make it 30-7, 31-7, depending on the extra point try. And this game is looking very good for Matt Ryan and the Indianapolis Colts. Very good. Another good drive like that, and another stop by the defense, another good drive like that. The backups may be coming out already. Texans looking like the Texans this game so far. Let's see if Davis Mills and this Houston Texans offense can get something going in the second half. Maybe they can get a few nice drives going, make this a game, make this a little more interesting than it is now. This game is... They're getting blown out of the water by the Indianapolis Colts and Matt Ryan. Davis Mills comes out. He is in gun. He has Tariq Cohen next to him. Most likely going to a pass. And he runs the ball. And Tariq Cohen fights for a few yards. Fights for 4 yards. And a nice little run from Tariq Cohen to make second down. To set this Texans offense up much better for second and third down. Mills takes a snap. Throws to the sideline, and Brevin Jordan with a nice catch on the sideline to make it 3rd and 4. Davis Mills and gun. Tariq Cohen next to him. Colts are blitzing, and Davis Mills just a little bit off the mark for his wide receiver, and they're going to be punting the ball again. This Houston Texans offense not getting much going. The Houston Texans defense doesn't have much going for them right now either. Game is not looking too hot for the Houston Texans. Did I just touch the ball? Wow, I thought I touched the ball there for a second. I thought I touched the ball there. Then that would have been tough. That would have been brutal. Colts in goal line here, just trying to get some room, maybe try to get a first down, and did not mean to truck twice there. I just meant to try and try and slow down a little bit so he could get past that little block, but Matt Ryan gonna toss it to JT. JT had a lot of room, but a guy came in from behind and just said, "Nuh-uh, not today." Matt Ryan throws it up, and it is knocked down. The Indianapolis Colts will be punting from in their own end zone, so Houston Texans are going to get decent field position here. If they could do something with it, they can maybe make this into a more interesting game than it is right now. Now, the third quarter is going to be coming to a close soon. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. And then fourth quarter, where it all matters, is where we're going to see who our winner is. And the Houston Texans hand it off to Marlon Mack again. And Marlon Mack gets a nice gain of 8 yards, and he has 10 rushes for 72 yards. Not a bad day for Marlon Mack, the former Colt. He wanted his revenge. He wanted to make sure that the Colts knew he was mad. There's 2nd 2. Nearly at the 50-yard line. Throw a little screen. Darius Leonard gets the run away. Isaiah Rodgers, Rodney McLeod eventually come in there and make the tackle on the running back out of the backfield off the screen. Davis Mills audibles from under center, and he goes back under center. And he has Brandon Cooks. Is that Brandon Cooks? No, I think Brandon Cooks is... No. That was Nico Collins he had on that play. Nice little play by Davis Mills, the Houston Texans offense, to keep the drive going. And Davis Mills is calling a lot of audibles. Moving a lot of stuff around. Another fumble. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the fumbles are going to have to be turned down. The fumbles are insane this game. They definitely need to be turned down. It is insane. So, but this Indianapolis Colts offense is back out on the field. Matt Ryan hands it off to JT. JT cuts back, and he has a lot of room, but one of those linebackers, one of those defensive linemen get off the block just in time before JT cracks open a huge run, which would have ultimately really put the dagger in this game. Matt Ryan hands it off to JT again. JT breaks a tackle. JT with another nice game. Down to the Colts' 37-yard line. Looks like the Colts are content with keeping the ball on the ground, chewing this clock, and getting out of here so they could get to the locker room, start their preparation for next week. All right, that is the end of the third quarter. Now we are going into the fourth quarter where everything matters most. It's looking like the Indianapolis Colts are going to take it home, but we still have a full quarter to play. See if the Houston Texans could score a few touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, another nice run. Another first down for the Indianapolis Colts. Nearly in their opponent's territory. Matt Ryan hands it off to Jonathan Taylor. First down by Jonathan Taylor. Thank you. The Colts are at the 37-yard line. Matt Ryan under center. Hands it off to JT. JT just cannot get to the hole in time. The hole closes up pretty fast. Colts are at the 35-yard line. It's 2nd and 8. 7.5 minutes left in the game. Matt Ryan, play action to JT. Doesn't have anyone open. Throws it away. Very smart decision by Matt Ryan. You wouldn't have seen that last year by Carson Wentz. He got the better number 2 out there this year. It was off the mark a little bit, but Ashton Doolin runs through 2 guys and gets the first down. What a play by Ashton Doolin to come back to the ball, to adjust to the ball, and make a big play. Matt Ryan, play action to JT. Throws it to Jelani Woods, the preseason star. Jelani Woods running through multiple Houston Texans defenders. It's looking like Jelani Woods is going to want a little more playing time next week, maybe. See what Jelani Woods has against some of these starters in live action. Okay, Matt Ryan is going to hand it off to Nyheim Hines. Quentin Nelson going to make a nice block. Nyheim Hines almost breaks a tackle and gets in for a touchdown, but not quite. Matt Ryan hands it off to JT. JT trying to get through the hole, cannot get there fast enough. Closed up pretty quickly. Jonathan Taylor might be getting a little tired. He's been running a lot the second half. Jonathan Taylor. Looks like the Indianapolis Colts are going to go for it. Fullback dive, Jelani Woods, and Jelani Woods is in for the Indianapolis Colts touchdown. This game is 38-7. Looks like this Indianapolis Colts offense is doing just fine. They will be just fine for the foreseeable future. See how they perform next week when they travel to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. And if they can make some field goals next week, that'd be nice too. So the Colts are getting ready to kick it off here to the Houston Texans. Tariq Cohen fields the kick. Brings it out and is taken down at the 18-yard line once again. Davis Mills under center makes another audible. Tariq Cohen goes behind Mills. Cockway coming off the edge. Good tackle by Darius Leonard. Good little completion for Davis Mills. But nice tackle by Darius Leonard. Davis Mills with plenty of time. Throws it to Tariq Cohen, and Tariq Cohen makes a nice play. Makes a defender miss, just steps out of bounds before he has a chance to get going. To get onto the races. Davis Mills, plenty of time once again. Tariq Cohen with another catch out of the backfield. Davis Mills in the backfield all by himself. Not anymore. He makes another audible. Tariq Cohen is in the backfield with him. Kenny Moore coming off his blitz. And Davis Mills with the beautiful throw to his receiver. And John Mechie, and he just burns his Colts defense. Isaiah Rodgers has a tough time that rep. And just did not look very good. John Mechie caught the ball. Wasn't anyone in front of him. And he took it all the way for a Houston Texans touchdown to make the score look a little bit better. 37-13. Still just under 4 minutes to go in this game. Houston Texans going for an onside kick. Nick Cross picks it up. Good play by Nick Cross to pick that ball up and not let anything funky happen. Matt Ryan, under center, hands the ball off to JT. JT has a lot of room. JT breaks a tackle, makes two guys fall, and Jonathan Taylor runs into the end zone. Wow. What a day by Jonathan Taylor. Did not start off good in the first half at all. The second half, he explodes. Has a huge game. Oh, no. Braden Smith, we're going to substitute. We need you to be healthy. There's only 4 minutes left. We're up plenty of points. Stay healthy. Get resting. Get resting now. So the Indianapolis Colts are going to pull their starters next drive. They should have pulled them last one, but it looks like they want to give John Taylor a little more production. And you have 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the game. Davis Mills is in the backfield all by himself again. Snaps the ball. Throws it over the middle to Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen having himself a pretty nice game, having some nice catches, getting it done. Tariq Cohen playing pretty well. Davis Mills in the backfield with Tariq Cohen. Snaps the ball. Throws it to John Mechie, the third. Nice little throw from Davis Mills into a little window there. Nice gain of 8. Julian Blackman is all over that screen pass, and that is going to officially put a nail in the coffin. The Indianapolis Colts are going to pull their starters. No, we'll just chew the clock. Try not to score again. Have some respect, though. Even though we shouldn't have scored last drive, but now we have 2nd and 9. 28 rush.